What is up? What is up, everyone? It is Rachel. Welcome back to my channel. So this is College Prep episode 9. If you haven't seen the first 9 episodes of this series, I'll link the playlist down below, so definitely check those out. If you are new here, my name is Rachel. I am a rising senior at UC Berkeley, double majoring in cognitive science and legal studies.
Hey everybody, I'm Catherine. I'm going to be a 4th year or senior in the fall at UVA, which is the University of Virginia. So I'm majoring in economics and global public health. I was pre-med, I may still be pre-med, TBD, but I'm going to do a master's in public health.
And so we're friends from high school, so we're both out of state for the colleges that we go to, so I feel like we have an interesting point of view on things, so that's why we're going to be talking about what we wish we knew freshman year. So the next thing that we're going to be talking about is self-care in college, and this might just sound like, oh, 2 words, or it's very self-explanatory, but I feel like it's something you definitely have to think about and plan out time for in your schedule if you want to be a healthy and successful student. Like I said in my other college schedule video, like I did not let myself have time to eat in between classes, so I never ate breakfast, I never ate lunch, and I was only eating dinner, which was so unhealthy the fall semester my sophomore year that like I physically felt sick. How can I study and take exams and like do well in class if I'm not giving my body the nutrients it needs?
So self-care is something that I really struggle with. I'm not always good at planning time to eat or time to do much of anything, so I think it's really important to take a very careful look at your schedule at the beginning of each semester. Make sure that you can fit in a couple hours each week to do something that you value and that you care about and that will make you happy, whether it's like going on a walk and just having some time to yourself to think, or whether it's making sure you can get 8 hours of sleep. I know for me, I have a really bad habit of staying up absurdly late, like 4 a.m. That has also made me physically sick. I would get a lot of headaches. It's not worth it, and it's not worth your physical health, especially because that can keep you from going to class, and it kept me from going to class a few different times. The next topic that we're going to cover is being homesick. Some of you might experience it, some of you might not. I know that for me, on the way to college, on my first day, I was incredibly upset in the car and I was tearing up, but then when we arrived, I was so ready to go. And I, for a long time, was very excited and like really ready to go with college. It's the summer before my 4th year, but I haven't really been home for more than a couple of days at a time for 2 whole years. So being home this summer is really nice, but for the past couple of years, I've been incredibly homesick, and that definitely hit me my first year when I realized that I didn't have as much freedom to come home. So I think that it is important to be able to leave the space that you're in at college because you can associate it with a lot of stress.
I feel like similarly, being out of state also, going to the airport, it's always very sad for me. If you've seen the video of me going back to school for my junior year, I was like crying at the airport leaving my family. I feel like I'll feel the same way this August going back to school because like honestly, just me thinking about Berkeley makes me really stressed out. I feel like Berkeley for me is very claustrophobic, and like Catherine is saying, the campus after you're there for like multiple years, not being able to go home and being out of state, I have not gone home for a Thanksgiving break because it's just too far and too much time for like a 3 or 4 day break. I feel like that's something that's really hard for me. Sure, I love my time at school, everything like that, but when you're constantly in the school bubble where you're always stressed, always nervous about classes, exams, things that you have to get done, I just feel like mentally I associate Berkeley with a bad time. When I'm there, I'm always trapped. It's very claustrophobic. I don't want to be there anymore. Not having that outlet to go home, like if you are an in-state student who lives near your college campus, maybe you can go home for the weekend, but I feel like we don't have that opportunity to go home because we're a little bit further away. So if you're looking for colleges, maybe that's something that you should think about.
Yeah.
The next thing that we're going to be talking about is your newfound freedoms that you're going to get when you're going to college. So for a lot of people, going to college is the first time that you're ever away from family, so you're not living under your parents' or guardians' roof anymore, and this comes with a lot of new freedoms that you might not be used to experiencing. You don't have a bedtime anymore, you don't have a curfew anymore, and so with this it comes with a lot of responsibility. No one is telling you how to make your schedule anymore, and this can either go very, very good or very, very bad if you cannot do time management. But if you go out and party every day, then it might not be the best for your grades in school. So with these freedoms, you definitely have to assess what your priorities are, sort of be the adult for yourself, because you are an adult now. You have the freedoms in college to plan your own schedule.
So in addition to being responsible for yourself, in some situations you may acquire some responsibility for other people. But if you're somewhere with a friend or you see somebody walking alone, establish a safe community, and you can take part in that by asking people if they're okay or if they need somebody to walk home with them. Again, these people and yourself all have this newfound freedom, and they're gonna wander around. I remember one time I was walking back from a fast food place with my friends at like 4 a.m. I was walking with friends, and that's something that's really important to do for your safety. There might be moments when you run into people who are really intoxicated or are in a bad situation and need help. Please step in, because you can be the one that can change the direction of that person's night or even the rest of their life.
I think some rules also, like if you're going out and if you're partying or if it's late at night and you're walking home, at least at Berkeley there's a lot of safety issues, and we get a lot of emails a lot about like armed robberies or assault. And so like rules for me and rules for a lot of my friends, like if you're going out with friends, you stick with that group. You don't ditch them wherever you're going. You all walk home, or you drop them off, or you all Uber together and just put multiple destinations in the Uber if you live at different places. And then we all text each other when we get home to make sure that everyone has made it home. Adding each other on Find My Friends so you can make sure that someone gets home safely is a great thing to do also.
And make sure that your phone has all those emergency contacts. You know, let's say you're first year, make sure you have your RA's phone number, the university police, or the taxi service. And something that UVA has that I imagine a few different universities have is this system called Safe Ride. So it's basically a free taxi to get you home safely. So if you're far away from your dorm or your apartment, you can call the Safe Ride number. So that's something that I also have in my phone. Those are all really important things to look out for, especially because services like that are free and the universities do want you to be safe. You know, be very aware of your surroundings when you're going anywhere, and let people know where you're going so that they can expect you to come home.
We could do a whole video on safety, I feel like. Let us know if you want us to do a video on safety, because I feel like that's a very important topic that isn't talked about enough.
Our last topic that we're going to discuss today is that coming home after being at college for a while probably going to be really different for you. The last item that we talked about was kind of new freedom, staying out late. When you come home, nothing's going to be open, first of all.
Past like 10 p.m., not
Everything's
2
gonna be
a.m.
closed.
Yeah.
So that's weird and different. Most of the time living back under your parents' or guardian's roof. And my parents like to say, my house, my rules. That's what it is. That's something that you do need to respect. So it's definitely a big adjustment, because those people might not know what your daily routine looks like, or if you do stay out late, or even if you're used to staying up late for studying and suddenly all these people are going to bed by like 10:30, 11. And it's so strange because the whole house is dark. That is one thing that's different. Another thing that's different is you realize that you're not used to being home anymore, and home can almost become foreign seeming. Even silly things for me, like emptying the trash and trying to find the trash bags. Like they were moved to a different place, and I was like, I don't know where they are. And everything just seemed to be in a different location, and everything was unfamiliar suddenly. And that was a really strange thing for me to adjust to. My first year of college, that was probably the saddest moment for me. Not actually being away itself, but coming back and realizing that, you know, my new home was now college.
Yeah, then it like feels like you're a guest at your home now, because like Catherine with the bag thing, like my parents got our kitchen redone, so then it's like, where are the forks, where is everything? I have no idea. It doesn't feel like you live there anymore because you're not there. You're only there for like maybe 1 or 2 months out of 12 months because you're in school the rest of the time. So it definitely is a big adjustment.
Another weird thing when you come back is you see people from high school that you kind of vaguely remember, and you're like, does that person remember me? Do I know this person? What's their name again? And it's just this very awkward interaction, and you kind of hope that you don't run into people from high school that you didn't know that well.
This was our video about things that you're going to experience your first year of college. So let us know in the comments if you have any questions, or if you're older than a first year in college and you have other tips to help anyone else who's watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe, and if you want to see Catherine in more videos, and we can also do self-care and high school friend videos if you all want, so let us know in the comments below. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.